Go ahead and turn my mic on. Just give it a bit of time here before we actually get started, because I'm trying a bunch of new things today. You'll have to excuse me, I was wearing my wrist brace, but apparently I need to wash it badly, because I wound up scratching myself so much yesterday at work and even today. I gotta wash it because I scratched myself so bad I scratched myself open. So it's a little sore and tender still, so, but you know, shouldn't affect anything too much. Make sure everything's up. So this morning I went through, updated all my games except for Monster Hunter Rise, because for some reason it said the download updated, or whatever there, like the download went through, but it wouldn't finish, because it only downloaded 300 and some odd megabytes, but the entire update's 20 some gigs. So I have no idea what's that about, but did that, checked the computer, checked my other things, like made them check for an update. Everything was good, and went and rebooted the router. And then of course I realized that it was an issue with Monster Hunter itself, but whatever. And so I just did everything I could in an effort to get ready to ensure a nice, smooth stream today, because I would like to avoid any kind of major hiccups like last time. And yes, for those of you who may or may not be aware, that was, I believe it was last week? Maybe it was just this past week during the .hack stream. Everything decided it was going to whatever. I wound up going live 3 separate times. I was not impressed. Which reminds me, I also have an announcement for that, so let's go ahead and get swapped over for that. So before we get started today, I do want to announce I will not be here on Tuesday as per my usual, because I forgot some months ago, back in February, March, might have even been April, I made an appointment for the whatever this coming Tuesday is, the 12th, I guess, to go in and see the dentist. And this is not, hopefully it's not a major thing, because to the best of my knowledge, the reason why we were doing this is because I had just had the last 2 molars I had on my lower jaw pulled, because even though the crowns are fine, in fact this was a couple of my teeth, even though the crowns were fine, everything was good, nice and whatever, apparently I had at least 1 root dead on them because they kept abscessing, and as a result, then they said, yeah, you're never going to get it all cleared out, so you're better off, we'll give you antibiotics and then we'll pull it. So we went that route. So my appointment Tuesday, if things go as planned or as I thought they would, plan Tuesday is to go in and have a mold done of my lower jaw, so I can see about getting dentures, so that way I can go back to eating, you know, some of the firmer things in life that I enjoy, like almonds, cashews, pretzels, and that, because yes, there are some that I can eat, but like the regular stuff, I just, like, especially, basically anything that, you know, you normally wouldn't think about eating because you've got enough teeth, or enough molars at least. A lot of it I've had to cut back on or cut out altogether, just because the gum is such a permanently soft tissue. It doesn't callus or anything else like that. So, and I'm sure many of you knew that, but for those of you who didn't, that's a fact of the matter. And before anybody else wonders, even if you're not wondering, rest of my teeth, broke caps, eating same stuff, because I didn't floss. Only one or two exceptions where I fell and broke the tooth. So, you know, basically stupid boy stuff, if you want to go that route. And we'll leave it at that. That being said, I will not be here Tuesday, as I just said. I'm trying some new stuff. For those of you who like to catch the .hack streams, the streams will be staying up. I will have to be muting them because there's a specific song in there somewhere that multiple groups seem to have copyright claims on, which by all means I don't have an issue with that because I don't claim to own any of the work, and when it comes to the live streams, I just fill out the stuff they tell me to. I'm not sure what else, you know, I'm really not sure what else I would have to fill out for that. But as a result, I am not going to be doing much with the .hack stuff. Pretty much like I thought. If I do, of course it will all be stuff off the stream, and that. But I'll have to put other, like, music, sound, whatever over it. So I am going to try to be learning how to video edit, because of course I don't have enough shit I'm doing as it is. So I gotta learn how the tracks interact with each other, because I downloaded a very simple program at the recommendation of a friend, and it has like 5 tracks, and I'm sure that depending on what it is, it gives it a priority. But I gotta learn all that stuff and everything else. The first major thing I'm going to be doing is Final Fantasy 1, my playthrough with that. That will be my initial project, my tinkering with. And so that will be that. So don't look to any recordings anytime soon from the .hack games, because I finally went through. I originally went and did an introduction video, but I left myself muted the entire time. So, but anyway, I went through that. I checked all the other videos, and I noticed that I had copyright claims on all of them. Which, like I said, it's fine, and but it's just like, it's always very specific sections of a song for whatever reason. And that's the part that annoys me, because I don't understand it out of the entire thing. So if anybody goes to go back and watch those playthroughs, there will be parts of the videos that are muted, because I did that just to get rid of it, and that to make the other person happy, because I don't have the stuff right now to be monetized anyway. It's like 1,000 followers and a combined, like, my channel has to have 1,000 subscriptions and a combined 7,000 hours of watched video, which I'm nowhere near that yet. I know 4,000 hours, and I've only got 7 hours put together. So, alrighty, all that being said, I am going to hit the record button for this, and we are going to get into... Oh, nope, wrong one. Oh, there it is. That's the button I want. Turn on my controller too while I'm thinking of it, because I don't have it. But gonna hit the record button and we'll get started with the gameplay here. Alright, so for those of you who were here with me, not last week, but the week before, I had just finished the fight at Semmitt Falls, and the chivalrous Paul, the super thief, or whatever he calls himself, got captured by the Empire, but he did me a solid, and he took all of the enslaved people, including Joseph's daughter, back to Solomon, while I went down and contended with the Empire's dog and wrenched the Mythril from his cold dead hands, which, of course, as I realized, they don't actually die like that. They just kind of whatever away. And all of them actually, like, for the most part, all the games that, they die, they just kind of... But, it's a fantasy game, so what do you want? So now I did do some grinding to do some level up because I haven't touched my game. Because, as I said, the way that the system is set up, unfortunately, it is a bit of a headache to grind 2 separate games. And I will probably do this with Final Fantasy 3 as well, because of the job system and the way that works. But we'll get into that later. Where I will have my game, and then I will have... No, we'll start a game together, and then we'll transfer over to my game. I'll have to make sure I remember the names and all that properly. And, well, that doesn't matter, I guess. But anyhow, then we'll transfer over to my games, and then once we get back to Final Fantasy 4 and that, I'm just going to do the single game, because I'll grind off stream, but I know the game so well that, with the exception of the after years, which I've never played through except for maybe the first little bit of it, excuse me, I really won't need a guide for much of anything. I won't need to go through and figure out what I'm doing. I remember it well enough. So, with that said, let's go ahead and find out what Hilda would like us to do with the Mythril we've recovered. Shall we? There we go. So I did do some grinding, as you can see. Oh, I better turn my sound up. And this is one of those things, I never know if this is loud enough and that, so... Yeah, sweetheart? I'm streaming, why? Do you need something? Oh, I had to reset the, router. Anyway. So we will go back into Salamander. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I always want to call it Salamander, but it's not. That's a whole different Square Enix genre. And as you can see, I did make a couple of weapon changes. I finally gave someone the spears, which are actually quite nice. So, alrighty, and here we are in Salamander. Take the Mythril to Altair and give it to the princess as soon as you can. Our husbands are back safe and sound. We have you to thank for it. Thank you so much. We owe you our freedom to you. Husbands are back safe and sound. Take the Mythril. There's no way to cross the snow on foot. You need a snowcraft. I heard Josef keeps his snowcraft hidden on the first floor of the cave at Semmitt Falls, and I misspelled that in all my things, but that's fine. I seem to remember him saying something about a wall near a blue stone, or something like that, which is actually where I'm at in my game, so... And then she just... I love Josef, but I know if I'm around, I'll just get in his way. I don't know who she is. They never seem to give her much of anything in the lore or the background of the story, so... And then this is his daughter. She was there too. Nellie, thanks for saving me. Now we'll talk to Josef, because he is an informant for the army, so... You better get that Mythril back to Altair. Princess Hilda is waiting for you. And I thought he had some more stuff to say, but I guess not. Alright, so I guess we're going back to Altair to see the princess. So, and I did, like, everything will be changed as far as who has what skills and spells and that in my game, because I've put so much more time into it, all already. But we will do this that way, and then at that point it will be a blind playthrough. Because that was the entire reason why I was doing the separate playthroughs, was to... That's right, it has to... Don't know why, but it has to be at least as soon at level 3 to cure Venom. Lost my train of thought. Must not have been important, I'm guessing. It's one of those things, I've taken my meds and everything and that, but I'm still kind of like, my brain still doesn't function properly. So by right, I couldn't have. I was gonna say, I could have stayed in that town, taken the boat over, and that, but because I didn't take the boat there to begin with, I'd have to walk back anyway. Which is fine. A little bit of extra, leveling weapons and stuff. Never killed anyone. Well, never killed our party, at least. Anyway. So I do also have some big news as far as work goes. I had a talk with corporate and that went about as I thought it would, so needless to say, it left me kind of depressed and despondent over the way the company handles itself. But I applied for a full-time position. Now, you might ask yourself, why after everything else? Because this position actually would be one where I'm constantly moving. So for my arthritis especially, I would conjecture that would be a lot better than just standing around on a concrete floor all day. And would, like, my back and that, I've got appointments out, well, not the evening, but I've got 4 appointments coming up here over the next month. Which reminds me, I better double check what time I booked those. Because I'll need to write them down here. But I booked a bunch of appointments to have my massage therapist get back to work on me. And she works on my back well enough. Is there really any hope the war will end and the world will be at peace? I think he said that to start with. But anyway, it's a full-time position. I would primarily work like middays. That'd be from about noon to close, roughly. And I would be doing that probably... Actually, now that I think about it, I would probably be doing that same schedule I'm doing now, roughly, because it's our busier times. My days off are Tuesday, Wednesday, and we are not... I'm actually going to move myself closer, because I just realized how far away I am. We're not super busy on at least Monday, Tuesday, so... Okay, where am I going? Hilda. I was going to say insane, but I think most of you guys already know I'm there. Gordon... key items, Mythril, nothing happens. Okay, that doesn't explain much of anything about it, but okay. So now we come in and we talk to these people. Talks about giving them Mythril to Tubal to make some amazing weapons, which she does, because my other game I've got quite a few of them, so... And then this guy, off to Solomon now, are we? He's, if those of you who watched me play through Final Fantasy or even some of the later games, there's always well, not always, but there was a dancing girl that usually would give you hints as to what you're doing next. And so that old guy's her. The Empire has also suffered heavy losses at the Battle of Finn. They're building the Dreadnought in Basque to help compensate for those losses. So there's that one. Mythril. You found the Mythril. Now we can finally now we'll finally be able to fight the Empire on equal footing. Please take the Mythril to Tobel, the town blacksmith. I'm certain he'll be able to make you some magnificent weapons. The Empire's using the people of Basque to build the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought itself is a massive, heavily armed ship, and I think I already learned it. Okay. I keep forgetting I've got a quick move in this one, because, you know, one of those things, not in the old games. What do you want with me? I'm just an old man. And see if you ask them something they don't know about. If I had some Mythril, I bet I could make some mighty impressive weapons and armor. Ho ho, that's Mythril. I've been waiting for a chance to work with this metal as long as I can remember. Alright, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it, I'll start crafting. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring. You can buy all the equipment I made over at the shop counter. This will keep my hands full, I'll tell you that. Considering what he's got available, that must have been a lot of Mythril in such a small whatever. But notice no armor. So we are going to one sword, one spear, and a knife, and we will give the knife to Maria. And then she can finally have a shield. That was the word I'm looking for. So, long sword, Mythril sword, spear, Mythril spear, and now we go back to Her Highness to find out our next move. If the Dreadnought is completed, it will release your skill for which the world has never known. Please destroy it before that happens. Okay. The Dark Knight overseeing the Dreadnought's construction was most capable. Unfortunately for us, he's tending to other matters now. The theft of the Mythril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. I would like you to journey to Basque. If we're to stop the Dreadnought from being completed, this may be our only chance. Alrighty, so now we're off to Basque. Not such a good start to battle, is it? I am out of coffee, but I think I will go and grab my monster. Because it's not even noon yet. So it's 32 guild. I think we'll take the ship over to the other port. So 32 guild will get you safely to Puft. So we're going to go there. So now we go out and just jump on the boat. I'll be right back here. 2 seconds. Alrighty. I bought some cough drops, and I left them all at work. Should have really learned to buy some and bring some home. I'm gonna have to clean up my desk apparently, like badly. Just gonna have to. Well, some of that I know I can toss now. So. I love this stuff. And the reason I love it so much is because I like peach tea. I sometimes ask for such complicated things, and other times I ask for such simple things. So, oh my lordy, these things. Let's see if we can get a lot of them gone before they have a chance to do any major damage. This thing never works, but barrier in this game is supposed to protect against, some status ailments. Well, that was a good start. I should have known that they'd be able to take out the plurality with the spells. So, and this is Basked. Oh, I forgot to talk to the people in the thing. So, what happens is you talk to the people in Altair, and that after you find out, oh, go to Bask, and they'll tell you a little bit about what's going on here. You'll need to pass aboard the Dreadnought. You gotta destroy the Dreadnought. When is the Dark Knight coming back? At this rate, we're going to fall behind schedule. What's this? Back to work. Work, I say. If we finish even one day sooner, my glory will be exponentially greater. So Borgen is the guy that betrayed the kingdom, if you remember from the start of the story. And don't worry, we get to deal with him. Multitude of times. So, but anyway, so if we talk to everybody back in the city of Altair, we learn that there is a Dark Knight here. No, not a Dark Knight. There is a knight here that is actually a rebel spy, and he will let you into the Dreadnought. Well, there's the armor, which I think I could buy a couple pieces of new stuff because. Oh, they're dual weapon. That's why. Oh no, I must have already done this off stream. So, sorry, I forgot. Oh yeah, because here's where I bought the spear. So that would explain that. So, making us work like slaves, I hate that Borgen. Being used by a man like that really makes my blood boil. It's weird though, I can't seem to remember what things were like when the Dark Knight was in command. Because the Dark Knight was using hypnosis. And so if you come here before now, nobody will say anything except for this guy. So, General Borgen took command of Bask a short while ago. Things have gotten much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgen could become a general in the Imperial Army. Oops, you didn't hear that. So you're the ones I sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Don't worry, I'm on your side. The entrance to the sewers is up ahead. It's a way leading back to the Dreadnought. Be careful. If they see us talking, they may start to get suspicious. So I'm out of here. Good luck. And then I can't remember if... No. I was going to say, I should probably go out and save it just in case. Because it's hard to gauge this stuff without the level system. I could see... I mean, that's my complaint on some of this stuff. But I could see that being a legitimate complaint as well. Because you don't know how prepared you are. So like in my other game, I'm almost certain I'm way overpowered for where I'm at. But okay, so we got treasure chest up above, and then on the way to the other place. Oh, good gravy. But as you'll notice, none of the monsters are any stronger. And I would suppose that, and this is just something I'm thinking, I suppose with the exception of maybe Cure, you could probably get through this entire game without using magic. Unless you just wanted to stockpile potions and that stuff. But again, this is another game where... Oh my gosh. This is another game where money is a little bit on the difficult side to come by. These things don't pack quite the punch that they usually would. Well, if you're overleveled like I am, because I think they've only got 50 HP. So I didn't think they still had that trigger. Maybe I'm wrong. There are... Damn. Button. There... Come on, brain work. There's a couple games that if you use ice on the bomb, like your first attack, and it doesn't kill it, it will do that. It will just straight up say, screw you, and blow up. And I know that from experience because I did that in that game with a full enemy party like that, and yeah, it was a wipe. So, I would say I'm happy it's Friday, but I work Fridays and Saturday and Sunday. And this week especially, we have Street Wheelers Weekend. Ooh, I love fighting these zombies because it's the one time I can level up my... Well, not level up. It's the one time that my white mages can even, you know, be combative. I was gonna say, I thought he had a lot... Well, no, I ain't gonna waste that for life. Because these don't have a huge amount of HP either. Between these two, it should kill them. Whatever's left, guy will take out. Okay, there we go. Maria and Minwoo had their agility go up. There you go. It's Street Wheelers Weekend, so for those of you who don't know, Street Wheelers Weekend around here is when all of the people with more money than sense come out to show off their big fancy cars. And it's a situation where I understand perfectly well that, you know, a hobby like that, people want to share their stuff. I understand that. I have no issue with it. My issue is the fact that for the entire weekend, they pretty much tie up the town. Longbow. Because they will go out, and it's usually sections of 3rd Avenue and Mayor McGrath. They will just drive up and down the entire time. They have a specific time where everything's closed for the parade, but they do it all weekend long. So it's like, it's a situation where I think it's, honestly, I think it's a little bit disrespectful. But that being said, I grew up in rural Pennsylvania, and my hometown, I'm trying to remember because I can't remember exactly now, but my hometown had something similar, but it was a car show. It wasn't the show and shine. It wasn't the, you know, oh, we're going to drive up and down the roads and whatever else. They would park at our, what we called the drive-in park, which used to be a drive-in. And then it was whatever. And that was where our county fair was held and everything else. That's the part I'm trying to remember. I think it was before the county fair. Everybody would bring in their vehicles, and they would park them and put them on display and stand there, and they just, you know, the people who enjoyed vehicles would come by and say, oh, that's a nice vehicle. I can't say I remember too much about it, but there were some nice ones from what I can remember. Like very nice ones. And that's, you know, they would do that for 2 days. To give everybody, I'm pretty sure it was 2 days, to give everybody a chance to, you know, come down and see them, I guess. And I understand the town I live in now is much, much, much larger, like 10 times larger. But we've got enough places where they could take the weekend and arrange to park here this day, park there that day, and then park there Sunday. But Dark Knight, you're too late. The Dreadnought is complete. I've been working behind the scenes to see this project through to completion. End your resistance. Kneel before your emperor. It is the only alternative left to you. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we will meet again. It looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. And this was when I realized they first used that action, because, if I'm not mistaken, you don't really see that again until Final Fantasy VI. Poft. Altair. They also attack Paloom. So save it. We're actually, in spite of the almost 4 hour difference, we're pretty much right where I met him. So, but that's what I get because I've done a lot of exploring and all that other good stuff. So once we get to the point where Joseph's in the party, we will swap over to my game in stream here, and we'll continue from there. You found a pass in the chest, which begs the question, why would they not be checking, like, writing down a description of the rebels they saw? Plot hole, I guess. I don't know. That's okay. If I remember who the Dark Knight is, that's going to be a whole different story. Oh yeah, this is a quick way out. Because they think you're under level, I'm guessing. And now if you go and talk to people, they'll talk about how we're doomed. The Dreadnought, we're doomed! They finished the Dreadnought. The world as we know it is over. You have to tell Princess Hilda that Dreadnought's been completed. She may know how to stop it. The Dreadnought is headed for Poft. It may be too late already. You should talk to Sid. He might know what the Dreadnought's weakness is. Why am I going in here? I want to go into the inn. Shit runs sometimes. Alrighty. Because they know they're gonna die, so they're trying to run away. Alrighty, so now we are going to go find Princess. And since I took the boat here, I can take the boat back. So much stuff. I'm just thinking to myself, so much stuff I need to do, and I just... Well, the problem is, though, to do a lot of what I want to do, I need money, which a full-time position would help. We were attacked by the Dreadnought. They're dead. They're all dead. So, Sid, in case you're wondering, is in here. You want an airship? You want on the airship? You pay the guy behind me. Airships are powered by sunfire. I'm sure the Dreadnought's no different. Controlling sunfire is a tricky business. Let the flames get too high, you got a runaway on your hands. The engine will blow sky high. Okay, Dreadnought. What you want to do is blow up that thing's engine. Do that, and the whole thing. You can bring down the whole overgrown tub. And then he doesn't know anything else about this stuff. Nothing to learn. Nothing happens. So I can I interest you folks in around Sid's Pride and Joy, the only airship of its kind in all the world. No matter how far, we'll take you to your destination in the blink of an eye. Of course, the transportation of this fine caliber comes at a cost. Interested? So, for this, I can get back to certain places cheaper, more expensive, and that. I haven't been here for you guys yet, but that's fine because we'll be getting there soon. So we'll go to Altair. Thanks, buddy. The airship will be waiting for you outside. So I paid 700 gil, and the airship's right here. And they'll take me right to Altair. Devastation that they illustrate is quite something, isn't it? It still doesn't have any armor. Bad smith. Or does maybe this guy have it? Nope. Everybody, almost everybody got in here. There's a man in Poft named Sid who just might know if the Dreadnought has any weaknesses. Sid was the first person to ever build an airship, and the Dreadnought's really nothing but a big airship, right? The Dreadnought attacked, but at least our hideout is still safe. Everybody who was outside is dead. We'll stay here and hold out until you return. If we don't destroy the Dreadnought, the casualties will only mount. Prince Gordon's disappeared. I wonder where he could have gone. Please, Lord, save our king. I'm scared. Altair wasn't sped the Dreadnought's assault. Lucky for us, the hideout was unharmed. The townspeople have taken refuge here. Do we even stand a chance against the Dreadnought? You see? Happened just as I said it would. Obviously the test was more than you could handle. Your mother. After all that, they finished the Dreadnought anyway. Incidentally, I believe the king had something to tell you. Many were wounded in the Dreadnought's attack. Shock has even caused my father's condition to take a turn for the worse. I hate that my father has to see this. He knows his death is near. Is there nothing you can do, Minwu? All those who live must die someday. It is our fate. Still, it is my duty as a white wizard to ease the pain of those who suffer. I shall remain here and devote myself to the care of the wounded. I take my leave of you. The fate of the world rests on you, Firion. Waste no time in destroying the Dreadnought. Minwu left the party. My father's condition has improved a great deal thanks to Minwu. Well, that was quick considering he just disappeared. Anyway. The king is not well. The king's illness goes far beyond the physical. There's little I can do. Every 3 years, they celebrate a festival of the flame in Kashun. During the festival, the sun fire is moved to Eagle's Torch while its braziers is cleansed. Dreadnought is a massive airship. It looks like it's functions the same principle. And some of these will, of course, go... Okay. So many perished in the Dreadnought's attack. Perhaps it would be best if we surrendered to the Empire. No one knows more about airships than Sid. He was such a fine knight once. Oh, how men change. Scott sealed the gates of Kashun Keep to protect the Sunfire in the event they were defeated in battle. You'll need the Goddess Bell to break the seal. The whereabouts of the bell are known only to the Kashun royal family. Gordon would know where the bell is kept, but I've not seen him lately. Someone close to Scott or Gordon may know where to find it. Okay. And this, yep. Okay. Many lives were taken in the attack. How are we supposed to fight something so terrible? Sunfire is the crest of the Kingdom of Kashan. Its flame still burns on the ground floor of Kashan Keep. Scott and Gordon have told me many stories concerning the flame. The finer points of the tale are not known to me. However, I seem to recall the flame cannot be held by just any torch. Sid told us we might be able to use the Sunfire to destroy the Dreadnought. Then there's no time to waste. We must depart for Kashun Keep at once. If you hire Sid's airship, the journey should not take long. That only leaves one question. What can you use to bring the Sunfire back? I've heard Scott and Gordon mention the bell. The gates of Kashan Keep only open to the voice of a Kashan or the ringing of that bell. The bell rests deep in a cavern on the snow plains. It will not be easy to retrieve. So it's your intention to enter the snow cavern? Very well. If only Gordon were here, there would be no need for you to risk such danger. But he isn't, so you must. There's nothing I can do but pray for your success. Josef knows the snow plains like the back of his hands. You should seek his counsel. Stats are alright. Alright, once again, back to Salamand. So, after this, I will be swapping over to my game, and I'll just, anything that's different, I'll not explain, but I'll show you or whatever, and that way everybody's on the same page. So, kind of wish I was a way to delete the individual files so I don't wind up, using them or overwriting them, but I don't think, once we consolidate into the one, I don't think we'll have that issue. So. My back. Okay. I was just checking to see what time it was. I got up at 9 o'clock, so I've only been up for a little while, and I still haven't taken any pain meds for my back, because I'll be quite frank with it. My SSRIs, apparently, to take NSAIDs, it can interfere with how effective they are. So, yeah, I try to give at least an hour, maybe 2, before I take them, because I take every day, at least once a day. I try to do it twice. Especially with work. I do the NSAIDs and Tylenol based muscle relaxer, which they sell over the counter up here. Because I don't remember them ever selling it in the Robacks down in the US, at least not where I lived. Alrighty. I think, and for some reason these guys are all stuck in a loop from before, so Only person, I think Nellie might have something different to say, but the only person that has anything to say will be Joseph. Nope. Okay. Looks like you managed to save my daughter. Thank you. That cowardly Borgin had been threatening Nellie to get to me. Forgive me. If there's anything I can do to help, all you gotta do is ask. If you want to know about airships, there's a man named Sid. I don't know anything about them. Since Dark Knight took over, construction's been moving ahead a lot faster than before. I hear it may be even closer, and it is finished. Doesn't know anything about Sunfire, but the only way to reach the snow cavern is on my snowcraft. I keep the snowcraft hidden in the mine. There's a blue stone on the first floor that marks the spot. Look behind the stone to the right. There's a secret room, and the snowcraft is inside. I'm sorry I couldn't help you find the Mythril, so I want to make up for that by pitching in now. What are we waiting for? Let's go. So, Josef is a monk, as you may have guessed, and of course in this game, they don't have any actual weapons, so he fights barehanded, and I don't know why his invasion... Don't understand why their evasion goes down with armor, so... Come back soon, Daddy! And I'll be honest, that part breaks my heart. And then... get all the same stuff. So, and even in my other game, I did not teach him any magic. So now we are literally in the same spot for both games. So now I will go back to title screen. And now we will load up from this game, because I'm much more powered up. So, in this game, as you can see... Oh, sorry, I have this terrible habit of listening to certain, like, news videos and everything else while I'm gaming. So, you'll have to, you know, I do apologize for that. I like how the classic you can see the lines, but if you do it to this, it's, yeah. Because, of course, back then they used to take account for the lines. Anyway. So, as you can see, I'm a lot stronger in this one. Because in the other one, they didn't even hit... I don't think any of them were at 300 just yet. And these guys are all the way up to 5 and 800. So, Josef was the weakest when he came to me. This is their stats. As you can see, I went through and had them learn various weaponry. I'm not sure what's equipped right now, but Maria had fought with spears, blades, all that good stuff. Guy is the furthest along with some of his stuff, and then there's Josef. Yeah, I had a lot of money at one point, so I went through and I bought a bunch of... Excuse me. I bought a bunch of stuff. Don't think they have very good armor. Okay, so that's my bad. I think we'll go grab that before we get the rest of it done. But anyway, and then the magic, I swept this here. No. But anyway, so as you can see, Furion, for my game, had been pretty heavy on his attack magic. Maria's very heavy on her cure magic, you know, white magic. Guy is a little mix of both. And then, of course, he can't use magic, so... where am I in the world? Okay, I'm pretty close to where I'm supposed to be. So, as you can notice, there's 2 spots down there that weren't on my other one. One is the Chocobo Forest, and the other one is the exact location of Kashan Castle, which is right there. Kashan Keep, I should say. So, I've actually traveled the entirety of the map. Well, not the entirety, but I've like gone the circumference of the map in that on the Chocobo, just because this is one of the few maps that I can recall where you can do that, unless it goes through a major shift like Final Fantasy VI's does. And so, yeah. But anyway, so we'll go get them some better armor. I don't know why I would have forgotten that until now. Probably because I'm a putz. Really just... But that's also part of the reason why they're so overpowered, I guess. It's because I just kept going around and around. And then, of course, I did go off the Chocobo and level some. I found a couple of pretty strong monsters I still have yet to properly fight. So there is certain countermeasures, I guess, within the game. To help with people that overpower themselves. So now we will go in here, and I think the good armor, this is the best armor available to me right now, is in here in Basque. Okay. Oh, it's because everybody's dual wielding. They've got Mythril helms, so they're good. He needs a bronze glove, and I need 4. I don't understand how he has 0 evasion in his current state. I don't get it. At least hers goes up. And I should probably actually sell some of this stuff I don't need. Like all this old stuff here, so. Because I don't know, but I'm imagining I'm getting pretty close to hitting, you know. No! You can teach him magic. I mean, I'm not going to, because right now it's going to take a lot of time to get his magic up to anything. So, my brain stopped working. But there is a limit. I know in, was it this game? Maybe it was Final Fantasy. I think it was the other one. I reached. Who did I not equip? Oh. I think it was the other one. I hit the item limit at some point. I can't remember if that was with you guys or if that was through my own playthrough. So axe, I think the battle axes are stronger. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Garlic deals damage to the undead. This is the first time I've ever seen that item. And then this says same effect as fire. Which makes me wonder, how does it determine the damage though? Alrighty. Now that we have that, go save it. And then we will get to the falls and we will go and see about getting the snowcraft. He did. Or as Dr. Bones would say, he's dead, Jim. I think his name is Forrest Kelly. For some reason I think he passed away recently, but... So... Oh, where the hell am I going? Don't mind me. And his HP went up again. This group. Trying to think here. I can't remember what spell it was, but I had lots of battles where I was literally just like almost everybody else would defend, and I'm sorry, not everybody else would defend. Josef would defend, or Minwoo would defend, and I would just go through and burn MP like water. To level up their magic. I know that I believe it's starting level 3. Maybe it's level 2. But anyway, starting one of the levels, the animations change to the, you know, fire, all that stuff. I think I probably told you guys last time, but I can't remember. Oh. So, actually, I felt good stretching like that, but it's one of those situations where I unfortunately know I've got to start taking much better care of myself. Even though I want to do like stuff like this and my other stuff and that, and so it's gonna be a time trying to get that all figured out, I think. Because once I get certain things fixed, I should probably, like, I bought weights that I've not used, except for, no, I've used them 2 or 3 times, but nowhere near as much as I'm supposed to, or not supposed to, as I wanted to. So I should probably get back to doing that. I'd like to get I gotta get new braces. Like, it's one of those things, you know. But that's probably my little ADHD brain, shall we say. So, behaving the way it does, and yeah. Josef turns a small rock jutting out of the wall, and a passage appears. The snowcraft is in here. You retrieve the snowcraft from the chest. I was gonna say, I'm tempted to just buy like a big, kind of like dry erase board maybe, but anyway, just something that I can set up like in my bedroom on the wall. I've got those magic strip things that they Velcro to one another. Set that up and just kind of have that so that way I can do stuff, but I don't know. It's kind of nice that there's no monsters in the water in this one. At least, yeah, not that kind of water. Alrighty, so I have not been this far, so let's figure out what we're doing together. So, and we'll just do this one as a backup now. Well, that's kind of cute. I like that. Ooh, snowman. How would you like fire, Mr. Snowman? And all 3 of them do have the basic magic, so like fire and whatever, and Fairy on HP and Intellect on top. ambushed. Okay. They don't have very good accuracy, I'll say that. Maria's fire level went up. So they've only got roughly 52 HP. I'm definitely like steamrolling, face rolling, whatever this part. So I'm guessing that the dungeon that's up ahead, because there's always a dungeon, is not going to be much of a challenge for me. Smart saver. That means I've accumulated a ton of... Yeah, candy. I've accumulated a ton of gold. I don't even know where the cavern or whatever it is. I don't even know where that is here. You'll get there, Maria. Oh, spear level up. See, that's the good thing about the dual wielding is that levels up a lot faster. And now I can save. I will be grinding, of course, off camera, because even though I'm clearly overpowered now, based on what I remember seeing, reading, whatever, for the gameplay in this one, I need to be really, like, some of the spells really need to be up there, or at least they used to need to be up there, to finish the game. So, Maria's strength went up. Grenade and balloon. $300 gil. Weapon level can make quite a difference, apparently. I'm going to give Guy back his axes. Don't understand this part. I really don't. Well, I actually kind of do, because that takes it... Bizarre. Because it takes him down to one hand to just equip the one weapon. Although he only attacks once to begin... I don't know. $350 gil. I'm guessing that was Guy. His HP went up. Why is there a door here? Watch, I'll go through it, Alex. Oh. I guess it's just for decoration. Alright, so... Zombie, Deadhead, and Ghoul. Actually, let's use this... Oh, I found another one. I want to see what this does. What the hell spell was that? Ew. They can petrify. Also, fighting these things is how I level up my life spell, fighting the undead. I can level up my cure and my life and all that stuff fighting the undead. So, okay, well, let's figure out what this is. Because now I am curious. Whoop. Damn it, guy. Okay. Ghouls. Oh, what's her fire at 3? His life is at 1, so... Actually, I should check on 2. Yep. It means I just taught them that, so... Hello? Someone gonna move? I broke the game. Oh dear me. I broke the game. Check my... Because if it's flashing orange, I can see it from here, but it's not. So... Guess what? This means I have to force it to quit. Oh my dear, dear, dear. Alright, close window. Well, something happened, because I never had that go on before. Oh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to set this to intermission. Let you guys watch the kitties. Did I update it? Oh, I also did update my logo and that, but you can see, I took some more pictures recently. I need to get put on my computer and put it in here. In fact, I got a really nice one of a baby deer that the mother decided to leave right in front of our trash can that I accidentally almost stepped on, the poor thing, that I'll try to put in here at some point. But in the meantime, I am going to go make a coffee and grab those pills. I will be back, and we will get back to doing this, and we'll see if we can clear that dungeon without crashing the game again. I'll boot up the game though, so that way it's not quiet, because I know some of you like having the streams going for background noise. I'm back. Took me a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but I had to check, I checked on my husband, and then Keurig hadn't been used for a while, so I had to turn that back on, and then I had to fill up the water and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, don't crash. Oof. Don't crash this time. Dang, blast it. See if I set like this, yes, it's wasting MP, but at the same time, like, Josef can take out whatever doesn't get killed by the life spell. God, hopefully the accuracy gets better as it levels up, because, well, then again, I am using it in a way that's not meant to be used to, so I'm just hoping that it doesn't do that when I actually need it. Okay, so 300, and then the 350, and then we go down, and around, and around, and around. No, then we go down, and then we decide we're, ooh, shadow. Not good. I think this might be time not to dick around, essentially, and let's just blast them all. I mean, in all honesty, I'm kind of glad we ran into the shadow thing, because I do go for the 100% on the Final Fantasy games, and this will give me a chance to do that with the bestiary, because, of course, the bestiary is one of the parts of it that you need to get the 100%. Because, of course. I was only upstairs. How did I get shit all over my glasses? And these are a new old pair. The reason why they're an old pair is because I was wearing them at work, and it was one of the times that it was during COVID, and so I had a mask on, and they were fogging up real bad because I was hurting, and I forgot I had them on my chest because I didn't carry the case with me. And I pressed myself up against the one wall, and I put a big scratch in it, which I don't know if you can see, but I put a fairly decent-sized scratch in this lens, so. Not again. Oh my god, okay, well, obviously whoops. I forgot. Okay, well, you guys didn't miss much of anything. Actually, watching my babies was probably the better. Unable to sync. Yes. How's my stream? Is my stream okay? Like, I'll put myself back on. I'm guessing my stream's okay. Okay. Looks like the issue is putting myself on auto fight in this dungeon. I will have to not do that. Which kind of sucks, because part of having the auto fight is I can just set it Huh. It's not the auto fight. Because it just crashed again. Because it should never stop like this. Well, this is new. I've never run into this before, so I have no idea what to do. Let me check via my Twitch to see what's going on. Am I live? I am. Numbers match up and everything, so I don't know what would be causing that. If anybody watching, has an idea, let me know. But I've never encountered this, so I've just Well, let me open up Steam and maybe I need to, what you call it? Maybe I need to revalidate? We'll see what happens. I'm not really wanting to do that because I don't know what all happens. So, updates, local fire, verify integrity of files. They're all validated. All right. Well, let's give her one more go, and if she don't want to go, she ain't gonna go. Because I don't know what else to really say about that. At which point I will have to probably I'll try playing through on my own, so that way I can fight, curse, and swear, swear at it as necessary. And I'll do the backup save on that one, and then I will come back through and redo this all for you guys, and we'll go from there. If it does this again, I might have a crazy idea as to how to fix this. Oh wow, 2. Hot dang. Maria, Josef. So anyway, as I was going to say, crazy idea I have regarding as to why this happens like this is the fact that I haven't set all the cast's life, but I can't see that causing it. So, I don't know. Ambushed. And of course it goes without saying, but I will be playing this file, or this, I will be playing off stream to, if anything, level up, you know, power up skills, however you want to look at it. So. Usually don't encounter undead back-to-back like this, or at least not that often. $350. I'll be damned. So, I am, like, I don't know what else to say except this was freaking weird that the game continued to behave like this so far. Up to this point. Hopefully, that fixed whatever its connection was, and, like, I know there's nothing more I can really say or do. Like, can't just fix it, you know what I mean? Because I don't know what's wrong with it that it would do that. You'll get there, Maria. Lots of 4s. Okay, so we know that in that one room there is nothing. So Josef's HP is up. Okay, so now where do we go from here? Guess we'll go collect that chest. And then we'll go up to get the other stuff, and then we'll go down. Oh. Got so used to being able to hit auto battle. And I know I went through and did all that other stuff in that, but I just don't want to get frustrated, because if I have to redo everything one more flipping time because the game decides to act like a snotty brat, I may not be happy. Maria's life is now level 3. Antarctic Quinn, which is more than likely the ice item. Kind of like the Hellfire. So I have a question that I'm going to put out to my viewers. My opinion on this is that even though I believe they are around at the same time and all that good stuff, let me get myself pulled back closer again. Final Fantasy has some of its roots with Dungeons and Dragons, or to some degree, if I'm gonna go out on a limb here and do that. What I'm trying to think based on my memory of the characters and like their default whatever, but what would be the problem with a monk learning basically what they would call now the green magic, where it's all the stat buffs? So they could raise their own attack, they could raise their own defense, they could recover their own HP. Basically something to the effect of what they did for Final Fantasy Tactics. Because unless they've done it in one of these remastered versions, because I've not played through them all or looked through the difference, I just... Oh, terrible at it. I'm terrible in this manner. Oh, these are, you know, games that I remember, and it's a franchise I absolutely adore, so I'll just buy them. I don't see the downside as to why a monk wouldn't be able to learn that kind of magic while they're doing their meditation. Because I know Yang, for example, and I don't know if he still does or not, but, oh, you're kidding me. Okay, so... Frustrated does not even begin to cover this right now. It's so weird. I can't understand what would be causing it to have a hemorrhage. Well, it's 11:30, so we've got two options, and my phone keeps going on and on and on for whatever reason. We've got missed calls. Recent. Lethbridge. Oh, that's my specialist. I'll actually have to listen to this message here shortly, but I don't understand what's going on with this, and so I'm not sure. I think maybe I should just go ahead and call the stream here. Tuesday 10 a.m. Dentist will get me on my husband's information in my system, and then this call from my gastroenterologist on probably in regards to my surgery. So excuse me here. I'm gonna okay. Oh, something. Maybe it's weird because it says the desktop audio is still on. Anyway, they want me to call them back right away, so I'm going to just go ahead and end the stream here. And yeah. Well, this was not what I was hoping to accomplish today, as usual, but got something in. So depending on what this comes up with, the next time you guys will see me will be next Friday, if I can get through this dungeon. If I can't, I'll let you guys know, and we'll decide what to do from there. Maybe we'll move on to Final Fantasy 3 for the next bit, until I can let someone know when they can get it patched or whatever it is they have to do with it. So, alrighty, well, thank you guys for joining me today. Don't know what else to really say, but I do appreciate you coming along and watching and keeping me, keeping me company in this manner and that. So, end scene. So as usual, this is all the information I've got for you. I will pull something up so that way it's not just quiet in the background here. And yeah, we will see what happens here next week. Please consider giving my YouTube channel a subscribe, and click the icon and turn it on to all notifications. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye.